What is up, guys? Today's video we will try to push to number 1 in the world with the best deck inside of Clash Royale. This drill cycle deck is absolutely insane, it's insanely strong, and today we will try to clinch the number 1 spot in the world. If you guys don't want to miss any videos in future on this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Also using creator code Morten is highly appreciated, and I would say let's jump to the games and let's do it, guys. Here we go. Here in the game he just starts with the Goblin drill, so okay. Also with the wall breaker, so we need to go for a late lock here. Not optimal, but we do what we have to do. So he plays the wall breaker variation. I don't really know how the matchup is, but the start was kind of aggressive, just going all in first play. But this is how you play Goblin drill. So if I talk a bit less, I hope you guys understand. We want to go for number 1 global. So bomber. Okay, we defended it kind of nice, in my opinion. So let's see, what's his next play? Okay, Tesla is so broken. I hate Tesla. Come on, Bomber, get the one shot. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. He's most likely still gonna Tesla that. No, he's gonna Fire Spirit. Okay. I mean, still gonna Valkyrie. That's what I want to say. So we're just going for. Okay. Okay, it's fine. Skeletons. We're just going for a drill here. Let's go, drill. Chip away. Okay. No chip damage at all. So we just go for a Tesla. Okay, we're just going for Valkyrie here. Let's see. Is he going to Firebolt? I don't really think he's doing it in single. Alexa time. Okay, Tesla's on the map. Tesla for sure is important against all of his like spam stuffy. So we're just going for a Fire Spirit here. Skeletons. And drill. So we're just going to lock. No, we're just going to Fireball here. Fireball's coming down. Bomber gets no shot. Okay, good defense. Okay. Going for that. We're also going to lock here. Tesla. Get some chip damage on this tower, let's go. Valkyrie. Log. Fireball. He's mostly just gonna Fire Spirit. Yeah, he does. Well played. These plays, guys. These plays. I just hate this playstyle, guys. Okay, some connections. Okay, let's go. Goblin drill. Fireball log. Please, please, goblins. I just want to get 1 chip damage. Okay, drill. Oh, let's go, let's go! GG's! Let's go! This is what I'm talking about. Let's see how much trophies we get. We get plus 23 and number 1 in the world. Let's go, guys. This is insane. GG's. We are number 1 in the world. 8,104 trophies. That was like faster than expected. I thought like these would like need 2 games. So I would say we're gonna jump to some more replays. And yeah, this deck like is absolutely insane, guys. Here we go, guys. Here we are in the next game, which I want to show you 100%. Against Mohamed Parsi, we all know what he's playing, and we all know how tough the matchup is. We don't really have too many graveyard answers because he can just arrow my bomb away. And also Balloon is kind of tough, and he also has a Dark Prince, which you can't knock back. So there are a ton of Goblin dual versions right now. I showed like the best ladder deck in my opinion some days ago. So there are a ton of variations. Right now in the top ladder, I prefer this. I feel like the variation which I showed 2 or 3 days ago when I see the video is better in like overall in ladder, but it's really hard to say. Like every day it switches. In some matches I prefer to have like this Goblin dual deck, in like another match I prefer this Goblin dual deck. But it's overall really hard to say. So if you play Goblin dual, you make everything right. So we're just going for a Fireball here because we're also going to force out the Goblin, the Dark Prince against the Goblin duel. So currently we are doing well. All good. So I think about but then I was like, okay, we're just gonna save it. We're just going for the Valkyrie here, and I was trying to cycle back to another Goblin duel because with this deck, especially against his deck, if your opponent is using the Bomber and the Dark Prince at the same time, this is your time to shine. You wanna go in, you wanna pressure him with your Goblin duel. So just go for a Fire Spirit, because why is the Fire Spirit so good in the matchup? He doesn't really have a cheap response. Yes, he has a Bomber, but he doesn't really want to play the Bomber top of the Fire Spirit, and now we're just going in. That was a really unfortunate timing because of the Packer being there. But I also know that my Goblin duel will still get some chip damage, and also at the same time his Electrozer was kinda bad placed. So we're gonna get the log out of that, and the log is chipping away. And I think now I'm pre-setting up a Tesla. Why I'm setting up a Tesla? Yes, he could go Balloon opposite lane, but a perfect Fireball timing would be able to clean up the Balloon. So we're just going in here, we're going for a Bomb in the back, which is the perfect defensive play. We're going for Skeleton's Eye, and I think now we're just going for a Fire Spirit. I should have logged instead of the Fire Spirit. Yes, I'm honest here. He used a really bad Tornado, but look at that. He's coming back. I should have logged 100%. So I'm just going in for that because I knew he's going to go for Dark Prince, but we're also going for a log here. Why are we going for a log? Because now we get some extra connection. So even if he has Dark Prince, you can't knock back it like a Valkyrie. You can still go in for the log to kind of get a small log better, you could say. So we're just going for a Fire Spirit here, we're just going for Skeletons, we're just going for another minor chipping away. So I was thinking about just going for Fireball here, but I was like, okay, that could be too aggressive. But I also like, I need to do it, so I'm just going to do it. So he's going for like Graveyard Arrows. I'm just going to preset up a Bomber here because he needs to go for the arrows. I'm cycling back to another Bomber as soon as I can. So I'm just going for that Fire Spirit. We are back to another Bomber. The Valkyrie wasn't really bad. I wasn't really good detonate on top of the Valkyrie. This is what I want to say. So I think I would just like, I could have like going for a Goblin duel, but going defensive I think is the safer play. So we're just going to set up a Tesla here. Great Tesla placement. In case it's going in, we are fine. So we're just going for that. We're also going to drop Lock here just to try to get some more chip damage. And now we're just going to Fireball here because if we're going for Fireball, he still needs to commit something. So the Fireball is chipping away, and for me it's just about being aggressive. I'm going to go in for the I'm thinking about just going for a duel on this spot, because if he goes in for a Balloon at the bridge, like to pressure me with a Graveyard, the Balloon will get pushed back, also the Packer gets pushed back. We just need to go for a Fireball. GG's were played, beating a tough matchup because our deck is insanely broken and our cycle is so insanely cheap. Here we go, next game we are facing Viper, and this matchup looks really good. And I would say if you play against a player on like 6,000, 7,000, even like 7,500 trophies, against every player besides Viper, this is free when you're just going for the Goblins and Fireballs. But Viper is the best, or like I would say one of the top 3 best players if it's about defending and getting positive elixir trades, because the only way he's gonna win a matchup is not with Hawk Riders, it's not with like some like weird tornado plays, it's just with Rocket Cycle. So for him the main goal is going to play defensive and just trying to get the Rocket Cycle going on top of my tower. So he will always try to get like positive elixir off his defense. He will always going for Goblins, Valkyries, Logs. And he's sometimes going for Hawk Riders when I go really aggressive for Goblin to a Fireball, because if he's going for Hawk Rider in the same second, I don't have enough elixir for Tesla. So he always knows how much elixir I have, and he always will be trying to punish me with his Rocket when he is like up by elixir, when he's even elixir. And his execution at the same time gets a ton of value in some situations. And yeah, so you will guys see what I'm saying. So I faced him a lot. I think I played Viper away like 300, 400, 500 times in my Clash Royale career. So I'm just going for a Goblin Drill here. And a really important fact in this matchup is I want to most of the time going for a Goblin Drill in front of the tower because I can just lock the Goblins predictive. And also another thing which people don't really like or kind of forget with the Goblin Drill always does 30 damage. So every time you play it, you get 30 damage on the tower, which is kind of great. So Bomber is killing the Fire Spirit here, the Ice Spirit here. You never want to get some chip damage on the tower. So I was like really happy that this worked out. So we're just going for a predictive lock. Yes, he's going for late Goblins, but this basically means we get two Goblin hits, which is great. You always want to get Goblin chip damage on the tower. And yeah, even the predictive lock didn't work out. He couldn't play the Goblins at the same time. And now we're just going for Fire Spirit. He still needs to defend. I knew he didn't have an Ice Spirit and Cycle, so we need to commit 4 Elixir, which is great for us. So we're just going for Bomber here. We're just going for another drill. So that was a really smart defense by him. I think we're just going for high lock. Now we're just going for Fire Spirit, not the perfect Fire Spirit placement. We just go for Bomber high. That was kind of bad, but we had 1 rocket. And in this matchup, I really count damage as a rocket because rocket is like 500 damage. So we had 1 rocket. That was a really lucky Bomber shot. And I think now he's just going for a rocket because he needs to cycle it. So I'm going in here because he doesn't have his lock and cycle. So I'm just going for a lock here. I'm also going to throw for Fireball. His lock was out of cycle. So being aggressive here, 1k advantage, 2 rockets. He doesn't have his rocket in cycle. I'm happy. So we just go for Skeletons here. We're just going for Fire Spirit. And I think now I'm just going for another Goblin Drill on top of his tower. I'm just going for a Tesla. And I think now I'm just going to go for a Predictive Fireball. Now, well, I think in this situation I was like, okay, just playing defensive. We get 1 really lucky Goblin shot. So not overcommitting, just slowing down. This is what I want to see. So we're just going for this for a Bomber here. We're just going for a lock here. And we're also going to drop a late test. I was really like kind of scared about this defense, but it worked out and we are fine. We're just going for another Goblin Drill and we just want to keep up the pressure here. Not a high skill tech of all time, but I also think in some matchups it's not easy to play. He's just going for a lock and as you guys see, it's just about defending properly and not doing too much wrong. Great tornado on his end here, but overall this is a really clean situation. We're just going to lock here and overall we're just going to cycle some more Goblin Drills plus Fireball. There's really no way for him to win this game. So GG's, well played, beating one of the best Hog Rider players inside of Clash Royale. Viper is for sure one of the GOATs and this is like not an easy matchup, but if you play against any player besides Viper, you should win the game. Here we go, here in next game against Over, and Over is a really great E-Giant player, one of the best E-Giant players. Honestly, that's a really easy matchup, but against him I was struggling a lot some time ago. So we're just going for Goblin Drill first player. I always like to do it, and he had a really awkward starting end, and this is another reason why everybody hates this deck. So I don't really think why he went with Dark Ones here, but yeah, this was a really big, huge mistake by him. But like, he can win a matchup, but we have a huge matchup advantage. And yeah, Goblin Drill, as I said, is a really annoying first play for most of the decks because yeah, if you have a bad starting end, you just lose the game. So he's just going for an E-Giant back. So I'm going for another Goblin Drill because I knew he still needs to defend. I want to get some value of the Bomber. He's just going to ignore it and tries to go for Lightning on top of my Tesla. I already knew it. But I also knew as long as he's not hitting my Valkyrie plus the Tesla, I'm fine. So I'm going to go for a Tesla. I 100% knew he will go for a Lightning on top of my Tesla. But I know if I'm going for the Bomber on top of the side, I'm going for Valkyrie high, he won't be able to get some Lightning value. And I'm just going to log it. And I'm now just going for Skeletons. And I'm also going to go for the Fire Spirit. I knew, yes, he will get some damage, but he will never get my tower. And this is how you play against each other. You always want to get chip away, you always want to pressure them. And yeah, starting at them is always a great play. He plays even with the Skeletons version, which I think it's tougher for me because he gets Psychic Trigger to Inferno Dragons, which is the most annoying card. But as easy as that. So I can even go here. It's just about defending now. Stacking Teslas, you always want to go for a Tesla low because high Tesla means your opponent tower, because the E-Giant being so random with the bigness of him, with the tile bigness. You also want to go for a Tesla low, and as long as we're doing a great job here, we're just going to Fireball, which you don't really like to do, but overall, this is just a clean game. We're just going to defensive Teslas all the time, and if he's going to Fireball, especially in double X time, I think the matchup gets better. In triple, it's kind of tough. So I would say in single X time, the matchup is really, really even. Because we can't really outcycle him, and he can just Lightning out Tesla, and we're not able to outcycle our Lightning, yeah, his Lightning. So in double, I would say it's a really easy matchup for us, because Tesla stacking and all the stuff, pressure on him. And in triple X time, I would even say it's going to be harder, because he can just Lightning cycle me all the time. So this is GG's, well played. I hope you guys enjoyed today's one. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys don't want to miss any #1 in the world pushes soon, and let me know if you guys enjoyed today's one. I'm out, thanks for watching, and goodbye guys.